Aww.
All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. What's going on? Like to
Yes.
welcome y'all to the Talkin Shit Show, episode 49. Y'all know what it is.
Hey, Big
I'm
49.
finna, I'm finna give me one of them horns. I'm gonna wake everybody up in the for the 50th show. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hit that horn.
Mm, mm. Everybody be proud of
They gonna
you.
be pissed. No, I'm just talking shit, man. I'm talking shit, man. It's good to have y'all. Good to see y'all. Good to be seen. All that jazz. Um,
What's up, everybody?
you all right? I was just about to say, go into that. You already know who riding with me tonight. Miss Goody Two Shoes.
The only one, you know. How
Oh,
y'all doing? Y'all miss me? Y'all
hey,
better.
you know they do. You know they do.
I know y'all do. I know. I just kidding. I know y'all. I miss y'all too.
So look, check this out. We're gonna jump right into this because I'm gonna make this. Y'all know I'm just coming back, so I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible because sitting up kind of still is kind of taxing on me a little bit. But I'm healing. I'm getting better day by day. Um, but let's roll into this, man. Y'all know. I know everybody was on the bandwagon. Not bandwagon. I know everybody was like, "What's going on?"
And then,
Yeah, they was tuned in. They was surviving R. Kelly and everything. And I just seen some other stuff where one of the girls said she was paid to do that, the R. Kelly stuff.
I believe that wholeheartedly. I believe that
So
they was they because oh my god, because when I watched it, I didn't even watch the last one, but when I watched the first two parts a few years back,
yeah,
like
it
it's
looked
all
corny,
about
didn't it?
language. You feel me? Like when you really go through some stuff, you know how it makes you feel when you talk about it. And then
Hmm.
people were stiff as rocks when they was talking about it, trying to make themselves feel some type of way.
And look, this is my thing with it. If you look at R. Kelly's reaction and look at his stuff, I know we make fun about it. We jump how the nigga jumped up and y'all playing with my life. All that kind of shit.
Mm.
Like that shit was
And he
coming from the
was that
bottom
was
of his
real,
heart. Like that shit was
right?
sincere. I believe that shit was sincere because I looked at that man when he said that shit. And if I'm not mistaken, I told my wife while we was sitting right there, I said, man, they play. I think something
Well,
wrong. I think they playing him. I think they was put up for this shit. Like I don't really believe this shit. I ain't believing all this shit like this. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Because these parents was letting this shit happen. If it was immoral, some fucked up shit, the parents was just letting that shit happen. They let them kids
right.
be over there. They gave consent
And then
for
you
them
got to
kids to be
remember
over there.
too, them kids was lying about their age. Y'all know
Exactly.
y'all 16. Y'all over here purposefully telling this grown ass man, "Oh, I'm 18. Oh, I'm 19." No, bitch, you're a
Listen,
baby.
listen. We know a lot of girls in the hood. Period. That just lie about their age. That just
Get
always
on.
trying to get with older niggas and all
They
this kind
probably
of
got
shit.
mad because they
And
didn't get featured in no
who
music videos.
right? And who better and who else than R. Kelly? R. Kelly is
And
like
he probably just
the
thought it would
man.
have never happened to him because it happened to Bill Cosby. It was happening to a
Hmm.
couple different people. He was like, "Oh, that ain't gonna happen." And it
Right.
happened to him.
So now let's get into these technicals about what's going on because I really want to hear this shit too. I really want to see
Back in
what's really going on.
2019, I stood in this very room and asked for anyone who was a victim or witness to crimes allegedly perpetrated by Mr. Kelly to come forward. Since that time, we'd set up a hotline to allow for victims and witnesses, both locally and nationally, to contact our office with any information that they received. In the course of the several weeks after that plea for survivors to come forward,
This just
we
happened like
received
2 days
hundreds
ago
of
or a day
tips
ago.
and pieces of evidence that spread far and wide throughout the country. My team of assistant state's attorneys and victim witnesses are here today, and I will introduce them momentarily, worked tirelessly to run down the accusations that were being made to determine whether the information was being provided was credible. In the course of that time, we received evidence, physical evidence, including a tape of child pornography involving Mr. Kelly that was subsequently used in his trial, federal trial here in Chicago. Our victim witness staff and assistant state's attorneys traveled throughout the United States meeting with survivors in their homes and talking with them, many of whom had lost faith in the criminal legal system, that their stories would be heard. As a result of that, we filed our charges on February 22nd, 2019. And subsequently, charges were filed in the Eastern District of New York, in federal court, as well as the Northern District of Illinois. Since that time, Mr. Kelly was convicted in 2021 of 9 counts of racketeering predicated on criminal conduct, including the sexual exploitation of children, forced labor, and violations involving the coercion and transportation of women and girls in interstate commerce to engage in illegal sexual activity by a federal grand jury in Brooklyn, New York. That court sentenced Mr. Kelly to 30 years in prison on June 29, 2022. As you all are aware, here in Illinois, the Illinois Federal Court in September of 2022, the jury found Mr. Kelly guilty on 3 counts of child pornography and 3 counts of child enticement. Sentencing has not yet been rendered in that case. However, Mr. Kelly faces a minimum of 10 to 90 years in prison in the Illinois Federal Court. I want to reiterate our office's support of the investigations that led to the charges and convictions both in the Eastern District of New York and the Northern District of Illinois. It is to that end that due to the extensive sentences that these convictions hold, our office has decided not to continue to expend our limited resources and court time with the indictments that we previously charged Mr. Kelly. I want to first and foremost thank the survivors that came forward and shared their stories. I know firsthand how difficult it is for you to tell your stories. 4 years ago, I stood at this podium and shared my story of having been a survivor and my full understanding of what it means to have to go before strangers to discuss what is arguably one of the most horrific experiences one could have. And these women, all of them black, came forward believing that they would be heard. As a survivor, I know that the courage that it took for them to come forward, and I know that for those who were seeking to have their day in court here in Illinois, that today's announcement may be disappointing. But I want to acknowledge that when we brought these charges forward, we brought them because we believed the allegations to be credible, and we believed that they deserved to have the opportunity to have the allegations heard. These women, both those who were named in our indictments and the women in New York and the Northern District of Illinois, are to be commended for their bravery and their relentless pursuit of justice, no matter how long it took.
Bullshit.
I also want to point out that the women who stand with me today, Tanae McCoy Cummings, Stephanie Coelho, Jackie Griffin, Ann McCourt Rogers, and Krista Peterson, who is not with us, work in our Sexual Assault and Domestic Violence Division. Every day, these women come in contact with survivors and victims of sexual abuse and sexual assault whose cases don't make the headlines. Their abusers, or those for whom they accuse, are not Grammy Award-winning artists. Sometimes they're teachers, deacons, folks that they know from the neighborhood. And the attention that this case garnered, the reason that it was so significant for this office is not simply because Mr. Kelly was a man of celebrity, but because of the victims and survivors that we see each and every day in this office, many of whom are people of color, particularly Black and Latino women who do not believe that the justice system, even as victims, sees them. This office sees them. And I wanted to make sure that the announcement today and the fact that we are no longer going to continue to pursue these cases is not an indication that we don't see them. Every day, the relentless work of the people of the Cook County State's Attorney's Office and our Sexual Assault and Domestic Violence Unit sees and hears these survivors and actively work on their behalf to bring them justice. We believe in a victim-centered approach where we recognize the needs of our survivors and recognize that sometimes justice is served even when there is no conviction. I want to personally thank my team for their efforts throughout the past 4 years, for their collaboration with our colleagues throughout the country, and for their tireless pursuit of justice on behalf of survivors of sexual assault. With that, I'll take your questions.
Madam State's Attorney, do you think this sends the right message in a case like this?
Mr. Kelly is potentially looking at the possibility of never walking out of prison again for the crimes that he has committed. This office, in the pursuit of justice for the victims in our indictment as well as those across the country, worked tirelessly to get us to this point. While today's cases are no longer being pursued, we believe that justice has been served in the sentences that have already been handed down to Mr. Kelly, as well as the sentence that will come down next month. The message that we are sending, and I want to be unequivocally clear, is that we take allegations of sexual abuse and sexual assault seriously. We will work tirelessly to bring justice, and we believe that in this case, justice has been served.
Can you talk a little bit about the resources?
And this is why we do this show, y'all, so we can get the right info and not
certainly,
listen to all
as
this
I indicated
clickbait
back in
that people put up,
2019, we pulled together a hotline to allow for us to take calls from across the country for those who were making allegations who said that they had witnessed
charges aren't being
behaviors of
dropped,
Mr. Kelly. That
just
phone line alone required the resources of our assistant state's attorneys, victim witness staff, and administrators to go through those calls to be able to validate the calls that were being made. Additionally, as I said, we had assistant state's attorneys and victim witness staff travel to places like New York,
what else can you
to
possibly put on
Atlanta,
that? Just,
Minnesota, to meet with victims and to meet with our colleagues. Additionally, preparing for our indictments and sitting again with our victims and their families to go over the evidence that we had. And over the course of the trials that were happening both in New York and Chicago, our assistant state's attorneys were working in tandem. And so it took a tremendous amount of resources over the course of the last 4 years. And we believe that those were resources well spent. But as I said earlier, we have a significant number of cases and survivors who are equally in need of the resources that have been expended for Mr. Kelly's cases.
Can you expand a little bit for the timing of this announcement?
Well, one, she lied when she said they was all black women because there was a couple Spanish people, like Hispanics or whatever.
Case, or the cases since the inception. We have, after Mr. Kelly was found guilty in the Northern District, been talking as a team about how we would move forward with our state charges. We also wanted to have an opportunity to talk to the victims who are in our indictments about the possibility of moving forward. Again, we wanted to take a victim-centered approach and put the needs of our victims at the forefront. And so while we recognize that there is a court date next month, we do know that there's already a sentence in play of 30 years. We did not believe that it would be in the interest of justice, in the interest of our survivors, and the use of our resources to continue to allow for the sentencing here in Chicago to take place before ultimately making the decision. This decision was made in consultation with our survivors named in the indictment.
Are you able to share any of their reactions without giving, obviously, information in that kind of conversation? But just these victims who, as you mentioned, so courageously came forward, were willing to tell their story, did tell their story to secure charges, that this case wouldn't be going forward and ultimately wouldn't be getting justice.
Certainly. I would say that there was no consistency in reaction. We do have a survivor who is disappointed that she would not have her day in court. Some of our survivors, some of those who have been named in our petitions, have had justice in courtrooms that were not here in the Cook County State House. And for them, the process and going through this process was very difficult, and they are pleased with the outcome related to the sentence and the judgment against Mr. Kelly. But for those who did not have an opportunity to put their hand on the Bible, or who have felt for the last 20 years that their pain was not recognized, certainly this is a disappointing day for them.
Did you have a chance to look up what the cost would be for a prosecution of this scale?
We didn't do a cost, monetary cost benefit analysis, Charlie. We simply looked at the fact that the likelihood of Mr. Kelly being released from prison anytime in the near future, and having been held accountable for his actions, and the use of our limited resources would require that we put those resources in advocacy for other survivors of sexual abuse and assault. Anyone else?
Was the Cook County case the last case pending against him?
I believe there is a state case out of Minnesota that is still pending.
Talk a little bit, because of the star public, would this case have drawn more resources and taken more time than a typical prosecution? Is it you have to justify spending all these resources on one individual when you have all these other people out there also looking at similar charges?
And I'm pausing because it's not about money.
The time, man,
Or time. The allegations that were made against Mr. Kelly and the things for which he was accused of having done. As a survivor, I can tell you there is not a dollar amount or an amount of time that I would want for someone to bring justice for me. The reality of the situation was, in looking at the cases as they have proceeded through the courts for the last 4 years, and the impact that that may have evidentiary on our cases as well, the fact that some of our survivors have been in other cases as well, and that Mr. Kelly is looking at significant jail time, we believe that justice and accountability has been served. As it relates to the one case where the survivor who is disappointed by today's actions is in no way to signify that we did not find her allegations to be credible. It is why we brought them. It is in no way to signify that our actions today mean that her pain and her case was no less significant than the others. It is simply to say that Mr. Kelly is looking at significant jail time and that there are survivors, hundreds of survivors, whose files remain on our desks, and they require the dedication and commitment of these Assistant State's Attorneys, victim witness staff that stand with me and in our offices today. That was the calculation that we made.
Were plea negotiations ever a realistic prospect in these cases?
Ain't no hundreds.
These cases took off rather quickly. We charged Mr. Kelly back in February of 2022. We were aware of the potential for charges coming out of the federal courts in New York. We also were aware of the potential for charges in federal court here involving the child pornography that was tendered to our office and submitted to the Northern District. And so the possibility of negotiating a plea, while we were fully aware that there were active investigations both locally and nationally, were not realistic in this case.
Are you confident that had your office chosen to take these cases to trial, you would have been able to secure convictions?
We brought the charges believing that we had sufficient evidence to support findings of guilt in a court of law. That's why we brought them.
were there any concerns that something might have occurred had you gone to state trial, some new evidence presented, or something that could have stepped on the federal conviction?
I wonder if y'all can hear the questions that they asked.
Our concern always was getting justice and accountability for the survivors. And what we knew, given that there were multiple jurisdictions that were looking at Mr. Kelly, we wanted to work collaboratively. This was not a who got there first. Certainly, we worked very hard and very diligently. Everything that we had, we shared. I can't say enough about the collaborative nature that we have at this office with our federal partners in New York and Chicago. We shared our information.
So what's going on?
We were being strategic,
is that
understanding that whomever was ready first in the federal charges would go first. And
the way they setting this whole thing up,
Tom,
is crazy because what she just said was
at the conclusion
he's already,
of,
of course,
cases,
been accused and been convicted
there was never
for
a concern
like 30
whether
years.
One would jump in or the
then
other. This
he's
was
got
a
a case that he's getting ready to get convicted on next month, which is like it carries 10 to 90 years. So what's going on is that they're claiming they got so much
That is correct.
overwhelming
I
stuff.
was in contact with Mr.
And what
Kelly's
she
lawyer,
just
Jennifer
said too is that a lot of that shit was
approximately 2
uncredible
weeks ago, and
because it
informed
was like
her
coming in from
that
all
we
across the
were
country.
looking to do
And a
this.
lot of
We
that
wanted
she
to make
danced
sure that
around
we
it, but she
spoke
also said that a
one
lot of the stuff
additional
was
time
uncredible.
with the
And the
victims
reason why
alleged in
they
our
dropping,
indictments.
they're not
I
dropping
told her
everything
then
that they
our team
already
is
hit
aware
him
that we
with.
would go into court
They're
tomorrow
only
and ask that the charges be
necessarily
dismissed.
dropping the shit from not. Basically, don't call in no more talking about you been hurt by R. Kelly. Don't start
Oh,
no new shit because they
A
stopping.
lot
They not
has gone
pursuing
into
no
this
further
decision.
because
There's a
they
leap and
right.
feel
there's the
like they've
tears,
got
and there's
enough
the
with what they
there's
already
the
convicted him with,
frustration.
and with this conviction that's
We've
getting ready
been
to come down
talking all
next
along.
month.
Certainly, as I said,
So
at the
they just
conclusion of the
stopping it. They're
federal
not
trial here
wasting
in
their
Chicago,
resources
we
basically
knew
on a nigga
that
that's
the clock
already
was ticking. We
got
had
30,
a judge who
30
certainly has
years.
indicated that he
Yeah,
wanted the
and
Yeah.
then
cases
he
to
getting
move
ready to get
along.
another one
We
that
had a
carries 10 to
defendant
90.
who
That could be
certainly
Yeah.
was
50.
entitled
That's
to
80
have
Right.
years.
his
He
day
ain't
in
never
court,
coming out of
and we
jail.
had survivors,
Ain't never coming
some
up.
waiting
That is
as many as
crazy.
20 years for this day. And
So
so we started
so she
talking
just
very
basically
early
cleaning
about
and
the
clearing shit
sufficiency of
up
the
for the
evidence, the
survivors
information that came
and
out in
for
the
a
other trials,
couple of
the
the
impact that
people
they would
that
have
said they
on our
was,
cases should we move forward.
hurt
I
by R.
personally
Kelly,
spoke
but
to
didn't
the
get a chance
victims in
to
this case
get in court
to gauge from
actually
them what they
and
wanted to do.
say,
Took
oh,
that
he
under
did this and put
consideration and
on their big
advisement.
show and get
Spoke
that
with our
clout moment.
team
People
continually,
was disappointed. It was
and
a
reached a
couple of people that
decision
are
within the
quote
last couple of
unquote
weeks. And
survivors that
again,
was
wanting to
disappointed
afford
about it.
our
That should be
survivors
a
the
red flag
opportunity
right there. Why you so eager to get in court?
to
You
be
done
heard
already made
one
your
last time.
statement.
Facts.
Right.
Facts. Because a lot of this shit,
If
like we
nothing,
were saying, a
thank
lot
you.
of this
You just
shit
gotta
is
go to the stand to be seen on
Sure.
TV. That's what it
How are
is.
you? I'm well, thank you.
Sympathy. That's the celebrity sympathy card right there.
yeah, yeah.
He already knows some. He already know people care about him still.
Mm-hmm.
We
The more
obviously I
controversial,
can't
the
speak
more
to pending
controversial
litigation. I
you cook up,
recognize that you have
you
been
know what I
following
mean.
the
Yep.
case as it
All
makes its way through
press
court,
all press ain't
and
bad
certainly will
press,
not be
man.
speaking
Right.
to human resource related issues
Yeah,
about
but
the
jail
Oh,
evidence
time is
nor
jail
the
time.
substantive
Shit.
nature of the litigation that's
Yeah,
going
but
on.
It
shit,
ain't
he's
even
still
about the
out
as long
press
as
here.
you got
at
something on the
some
book.
point.
Litigation integrity
As long as you
continues
got
to
something on
operate. We
the book,
have
you
Iris
good.
Carosi, who is our deputy in the
Yeah, he
unit
got
that
money
continues
put
to
up.
work there as well.
That's what I
Yes,
was finna
ma'am.
say too. He better get
Yes.
a low bond or a possibility of parole. That's what I
I
meant.
believe he's in the federal lockup at the MCC. He is here.
Will he be returned to your jurisdiction because of this?
I don't know
I couldn't tell you,
if
Charlie.
it's
I
gonna be no
apologize.
bond, cuz I don't know if he's gonna be able to get out.
Thank you.
I ain't mean to say bond, cause I meant
Okay,
to
so
say
you were just
Parole, yeah,
hearing from
parole.
Cook
yeah,
County State's Attorney Kim
Yeah, I don't know.
Fox, who was just talking about there
I
that
don't know.
eligibility for parole after a certain amount of time served.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
They're gonna have to do something because that's ridiculous for real. You can't get mad at that nigga for being a freak. He a freak? Yeah, he like pussy.
Shit.
Okay. Okay, yeah, he like to watch himself getting some pussy. Okay. That don't
Right.
mean that motherfucker a pedophile. These bitches was literally lying about their age. How can you be mad at somebody for believing somebody is of age?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Well, I don't know, cause Leah was a young woman, a young.
so this is what I'm saying. This is what like this like yeah. But the thing
We can't
is,
even use her for real.
everybody know, nah, she's not even. You can't. I can't. We can't because she was given to him. You know what I'm saying?
No, no,
By
no, 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 no,
by
no,
that
no, no, no,
mom.
Not
no,
even
no,
only
no.
that, we
Hold
can't
on,
even
hold on,
use
hold
her
on.
because she's
Yeah,
not even here to
I'm
defend
not
herself.
excusing
Oh,
it. I'm not
hold
excusing
on,
it,
hold
Tone.
on.
I'm not excusing
Oh,
it.
all right, all right.
I'm not excusing it. I'm
We
just
just speaking.
saying.
We just speaking of as far as him getting some type of punishment for it. Nah, yeah, I understand. Yeah, nah, it ain't shit we can do about that at this moment.
Nah, but
But
the
as far as
situation was wrong.
pedophilia goes, that is prime petty right there.
Right, but I'm only saying when I'm in, and I ain't wanted to come off like it wasn't, but the thing was at the time, and this get to what this goes into a deeper thing. Like also at the time, of course he the hottest writer, songwriter, whatever, entertainer. Her mom and
Pimped
him
her
had
out.
and him yeah pimped her out and had an agreement, and then also out it was rumored that they had slept together too. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He you know, so these
That's
people was doing
predatory.
and it goes to what Cuz was saying. These women, even at 14, 15, 16, 17, these women was doing everything to get in his graces or to get in his presence. And he had a harem of people helping him, and nobody was
And it
saying
was
no.
you got to think too. It was at the peak of his career. He had
Yeah,
already been doing things prior, but
for
he
15
was actually
years.
getting like worldwide recognition at the
Right.
time.
He
Like
was
he an actual superstar now. Like, oh yeah, bitches is throwing pussy at this
he
nigga.
was it. Like he was
Hey,
it. He was supposed to be changing these people's lives, changing these
here's
women's
that.
lives. That's what
Here's
they thought.
here's devil's advocate. Because I agree with what y'all saying, but here's devil's advocate. Yes, women are throwing pussy at him left and right, and he was shit on stage. They throw their drawers at him. So yeah, I know. Yeah, we know all about that. At the end of the day, though, I don't give a fuck how old you are. If you're under 18 and you're throwing drawers on stage, that's up to that's up to PP boy to either be like,
All
I'm
right,
going
so you
with it,
really think?
or
Hold on,
I'm
I'm gonna
not
stop you
going
right
with
there,
it.
real
True.
quick.
True.
You really think that this man is finna look at somebody's birth certificate and be like, "Let me see how old you really are"? If I tell a grown, no,
No, he's not. He's
real
not.
shit.
He's not going to do that. He's not going to.
It's not like he
He's not
looked
going
at
to
it.
do
You gotta,
that.
and then
Yeah,
you gotta think
he's
too.
not going to do that.
He's probably under the influence of liquor, weed. He probably was
Well, I don't
smoking
know.
at the time. He's not looking at
That's
these
assumptions
women.
right there.
He's
That's
not looking
assumption
at
right
these
there.
girls though. For real, he's not looking at these girls like girls. If
That's
you young and
nah.
tender.
Look,
Yeah, you might be younger than me, but if you tell me that you 18, if I'm
look. I'm
16
only
and I tell
playing
a
devil's
38
advocate
year old
here.
man that I'm 18, I promise you he gonna fuck because I lied to him about my age.
I'm only playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it ain't gonna work with me. If if I'm 15 years old and I
Okay,
tell a
that's you.
grown ass
That's
man
you.
because he riding around in the band, that's what they was doing
That's you.
too.
That's
Shit, and
you. No, no,
I'm
no.
not saying, and I'm not, but that's what they was doing. Cause I'm not saying if that was me, like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just saying though, like,
They
that's
were
where
doing
they was
that. That
at with
you
it.
weren't doing
These
that.
little girls at the time, they didn't care
No, they didn't.
until they saw other people telling their stories.
They
Then
didn't
it was,
care. You're
oh,
right.
well, let me go
You're
ahead and
right.
submit mine so I can
I'm,
get a piece of the change. Or let me
I'm
not even
not.
a piece of the change, but let me go on and get my little 2 minutes on TV. Let me go ahead and get my little 5 minutes of an interview get air so I can show all my peers. Yeah, look, that's me. That's what they do.
I'm not
They
disagreeing
groupies.
with any of this. I'm not disagreeing with any of
They
this.
groupies.
But as a grown ass man,
Ain't no grown ass man finna be
you
checking no birth
know.
certificate.
I didn't say that though. I didn't say look at the birth certificate. That's what you said. I
He
didn't
ain't
say
looking
that.
at the
I didn't
dimples to
say that.
see how old
I
her doe.
didn't
She
say
look like she's 16,
I
but I'm a
didn't
fucker anyway. And
I
even if
did
he did say that, he had every right to, because a bitch lied about her age. So I don't give a
I
fuck about
didn't
none of that shit. Devil's advocate, my motherfucking foot up a motherfucking bitch ass,
Ashley,
because them bitches should have never been lying about their age.
I'm done.
Okay. All right. Okay. You got that? All right. Boom. Bitches lie about their age all the time, right? That's a
Exactly.
common
But R.
thing,
Kelly
correct?
is a celebrity.
And
That's
listen, but hold on. It goes back to the
let me
culture.
let me just get this out
Go
because
ahead.
I've been trying to get this out for the past 10 minutes.
Go ahead, Tom.
Devil's advocate here. I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying for strictly conversation purposes. I don't care how old you are. You are not, as a grown ass man, driving around a fucking high school intentionally picking them up.
Now, I'm glad you brung that up. So, was there anything else to add that you had to add to that, Tom?
Oh no, yeah, let me keep going. I'm just yeah, let me cook. All right, so all right, boom, yeah.
Let's just footnote that part that you stopped at right there.
Grown men is not
grown men driving around the high school picking up. Footnote that.
a footnote. I'm going to footnote that. Yes, I know that. I know pedophilia is real.
And,
regardless,
right, and you know where I'm gonna go with it. And you know where I'm gonna go.
Pedophilia is real. I'm not denying that shit is not an uncommon thing. I'm not denying that's an uncommon thing at all. But a grown motherfucker knows at the end of the day what right and wrong is, what he can and cannot get away with.
Yes, true that, and that's just a fact, cause we not disagreeing with that, but that's a fact.
And if you use your,
he definitely did.
Wait, hold on. If you use your power, his celebrity and money status to sway that, that's even more of a pedophile and sick fuck.
I plead the fifth because I don't believe that he was doing all that.
Okay, so let's
get it.
Right,
his driver said he did it. His brother,
yeah, of course, his driver said that.
Hold on, cuz.
I'm gonna let you have that.
So look,
I don't believe that.
So look, cuz this the thing. Us.
Hold on. She said you don't believe that, but what PG is about to say is that's a common thing amongst older men to go back to the high school to try to get somebody younger because they feel like they're more impressionable and easy.
Facts.
And if I have the power that he has and I wanted to do that, oh shit, I'm grabbing every little young biddy out there because I know I can do it.
Yeah, I'm a plead the fifth and dead that because I don't believe it. But,
so
you don't hold on. So you don't believe that there's other older men who do that?
No, I do believe that.
Why is it so hard for you to believe
himself?
Why is that so hard to believe that if he has a track record?
I don't believe that R. Kelly himself and his. I'm not even gonna talk no more about it. I'm gonna let you have that, Tom. I'm gonna let you have that.
Okay,
y'all can have that.
Hold on, cause I don't want you to get bent out of shape with that because
I'm not. No. I'm not bent out of shape. I respect.
She just don't think he did that. She just don't think he did that. Yeah,
and I know you, and I know you don't respect that he did that. You don't think. And honestly, and I'm not trying to be funny. This statement that he said that he used to ride around, that's not even an opinion. That's a fact. Because R. Kelly himself said it that he was doing that. He admitted that they was doing that, but they was doing it. They was passing it off like doing it to pick up girls that was singing or girls that had talent and all that kind of. They was passing it off to do that, and that's what they did. Now, the only reason why I want to say the connection and why I want to bring that up and put the footnote and go back to this footnote is because we as a culture just think back. Cause to your high school years, how many of your friends, well, maybe they was or maybe they wasn't, fucking with older dudes that wasn't in high school, that was in college, or they might have been junior freshmen in college, or whatever, and they was still coming through and picking up their girlfriends from high school because maybe the age gap was only 3 to 4 years, but still it was a grown man picking up a child. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you met them, like that just goes back. That's just our culture. That's something we can't get away from. Now, the other part of that is old habits die hard. He was one of them niggas, most definitely, that was riding through when he was 20 years old, scooping up a 17-year-old high school chick. That's only 3 years. Y'all still got a lot in common. Yeah. It's just that the barrier is there already. That thin line is already there. So as a stand, but by law and definition, it definitely is.
But
if she's 17 and you're 20, that's it. Like you're going to jail.
I understand why you make it feel like that's not pedophilia. I understand why you make
even still. Okay. So what you know what now you know what makes that crazy though? Cause even though that is consensual, that fine line at 17, those those women or those girls' parents still have jurisdiction over that call to say, hey, I'm filing charges.
I do.
Because she's not 18 yet.
Trust me, I understand all of that.
And how many girls that you know that come up? No, because it ties in. It's not even a side thing, cuz it ties in also to what you're saying. Because how many girls that you know, just like you said, was 15, 16, 17 lying about their fucking age to get to the older niggas. They was doing it. It all ties together, but only point that he's making, and only point that we're stating is that as a grown man, as a stand-up man, and a real nigga, cuz you cannot cross that line. You know that's wrong. You cannot do that because you know you are dead wrong by doing that type of shit.
Dead wrong.
Like that's all we saying. So it don't matter even if she lies, she's at fault too. But also he as a grown man is dead ass fucking wrong.
Himself in that position to even have to guess her age.
That part. But that's what he liked. He liked young girls. He had a track record. That's what old habits die hard. He already told you he was stuck in the head about the shit with his mom and sister and all that shit. So why wouldn't he be stuck still in that time period of going through and messing with, I like girls. This is when I came into liking girls, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old. So these are the girls I like. No matter how old I get, I like 14, 15, 16. No, nigga. Like something wrong with your head. As a grown man, you need to elevate, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. He getting caught up in shit in the past that ain't got nothing to do with what's going on now. They need to be worried about Biden and Kamala dumbass. Shit.
No, I do
you having
feel
two
like
and three different conversations, girl?
I do feel like the resources.
Yeah, I had to put it on mute real quick, but I was like, yeah, whatever.
I do feel like the resources are being not utilized to their best with this R. Kelly situation. Like, all right,
so that's
we know
why they shut it down.
Right. Like we get it now. All right.
Right. These niggas is fucking. Like,
I believe them bitches was turning up with Cosby too. Shit.
Yeah, like
you wanted that roofie, huh?
And like she
you
said,
you wanted to hit the flow, bitch. You thought you was gonna get a little cameo on the Cosby Show, bitch. You thought, yeah, dumbass hoes. They mad because they was dumbass hoes. That's their problem. Oh, you was just a dumbass. Now you fought. Now you a bitter old bitch. 50 years later, talking about he drugged me. No, you're bitter.
Cuz.
Them bitches wanted to turn up too. Shit.
Cuz.
Huh?
Mute your shit if you're gonna be having conversations over there. We live. All we can hear is you talking about something else that we ain't talking about.
It's the same shit. We're talking about Cosby.
We talking about Cosby. We talking about Kelly. Anyway, we finna talk about this other shit that's going on, man, because we finna move on from Kelly. Fuck him.
Take a whole hour talk about that shit.
Amputee.
Yeah, you see what's going on. So let's go to our dude Richie, man. See what this
double
about.
Amputee.
More violence and
by the police.
Police fucking with niggas, man. I bet you he black. I bet you he black.
You say it, black double amputee.
Oh, there it is.
Nigga, what?
Bro, he ain't got no fucking legs. Are you fucking serious?
He ain't have no legs. Y'all
Are you
niggas
fucking serious?
Y'all walking. They walking to him.
Are you fucking serious though?
They are walking to him, bro, and they really just put my man's down.
And this just happened a couple days ago.
For what though?
Like, bro, are you fucking serious, dog?
That nigga was terrified of y'all, dog. What the fuck?
And y'all killed him any fucking way.
Let's put up his picture full mass. I will explain to you the background as to what happened. His name is Anthony Lowe Jr. Okay?
Damn.
He was 36 years of age, fatally shot by the police, as you just saw. Double amputee. He was shot to death on January 26th by the Huntington Police Department. These officers claimed they were in fear for their lives because he was brandishing a knife, according to them. Lowe's older sister, Mr. Lowe's older sister,
gonna do? How is he gonna cut you?
told the LA Times his legs had been amputated.
You can literally stick your hand out and put him on his head and he can't reach you.
With law enforcement in Texas. So he has an altercation with law enforcement in Texas.
This is fucking.
He gets his legs amputated.
That's crazy.
Per video footage recorded by a bystander, or actually by multiple bystanders, Huntington Park officers are seen slowly chasing him while he fled on the stumps of his legs.
Bro.
They were, according to them, in fear of their lives. The rate at which Lowe was fleeing did not appear fast enough to elude officers, but they still opted for lethal force. While the footage does show Lowe motion as if he is about to throw the knife, and the officers flinch, it never appeared as though their lives were in imminent danger. Mr. Lowe Jr. shown lying on the sidewalk after being shot. Police said in a press release, Lowe was shot in the upper torso and was pronounced dead at the scene.
Of course, because that's all
Per
he
News
has.
1, Huntington Park police are not equipped with body-worn cameras.
Oh, Lord.
So bystander video is crucial in the investigation.
Oh, my
So what
God.
led to this? How do you get to this point of a man who's in a wheelchair, has no legs, jumps out of the wheelchair, and the police claim we were in fear of our lives. There's nothing else we could have done. There's no other way this could have happened. Now you know good and damn well that's a lie. Everybody knows that's a lie. Everyone who watched this video, you know the man did not have to die. And so many times there's a conflation of this. If a person did something where they should see a judge, that doesn't mean they should see their maker. We don't know what would have happened in a case because Mr. Lowe was not afforded due process as mandated by the US Constitution. Police responded to the scene in Huntington Park last Thursday. This is according to the report.
Oh my God.
Following reports that a man had been stabbed by another man in a wheelchair. When they arrived at the scene, police said they found Anthony Lowe Jr. with a 12-inch butcher knife, which he allegedly used to threaten the officers. The victim of the stabbing was also found to be suffering from a life-threatening stab wound resulting in a collapsed lung and internal bleeding. That's a statement from the police. Huntington Park Police Department claimed they tried to taser Lowe twice with no success. In the statement, the suspect continued to threaten officers with the butcher knife, resulting in an officer-involved shooting. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think happened here. I think they may have gotten upset that Mr. Lowe threatened them. I think they were mad that Mr. Lowe did not comply.
Exactly what happened.
And they decided that moment to kill a man with no legs who posed no imminent danger to them based on the video evidence we currently have. You and I, me and you, whoever's watching this, if we needed to apprehend Mr. Lowe, we could have apprehended him without him dying. I promise you.
I definitely could have. I put a trash can over his little ass.
There's more. Following the altercation, the officers involved
Rest in peace,
have been placed on paid administrative leave
pending
the ongoing investigations from themselves, the police department and the sheriff's department's homicide bureau. and also the LA County DA's office. After the Sheriff's Department completes its investigation, the LA County DA's office will conduct an independent review of the matter according to the narrative. Lowe's family is demanding justice for officers feeling the need to shoot and kill a double amputee who was fleeing. They claim the police are not being forthcoming and suggested there is an active cover-up.
Ain't no hood,
they refuse to give everything we need to know what really happened to him, Lowe's cousin said.
Feel me?
According to the local news outlet KCAL. Here's what I don't want to happen here. There are going to be many who will make this about what he's accused of. Can I be very clear? Let me be very specific.
They don't like it when we.
The man who's dead is innocent. I'm gonna say that again. The man who is dead is innocent. Why? Because guilt can only be determined by a court of law. You are innocent. Everybody is innocent until or unless proven guilty. Has he been proven guilty? No, he's dead. He hasn't been proven guilty. He's classified as innocent. That's number one. Number two, just because someone may need to see a judge does not mean they need to see their maker. And number three, you can't advocate for people without having principle. So I may not like a particular individual. I may not like something they have done. I may not like something they have said. But if they have been marginalized by the powers that be, if they have been dealt with in an egregious manner because of that marginalization, it does not require me to like them, to agree with them, or to justify their previous actions. It only requires that I stand on that principle. And the principle is this: the man should not have been shot in the back because those cops were in no imminent danger. End of sentence. AB, thoughts here?
I ain't even peeped her in the back.
First of all, you don't chase someone if you are in fear of your life. You are the one that is fleeing when you are in fear of your life. So that story just doesn't make sense. And let's just start there. Yeah. Second of all, even with self-defense, there has to be reasonable force. When someone has a knife, you can't bring a gun and then say that that force is reasonable. Because if a normal citizen did that, they would be sitting in handcuffs and they would be facing a trial. So let's be clear about that. Quite frankly, I am tired of the excuses. I am tired that we do not have legislation that checks these type of issues. I am tired of hearing the same story from police officers when they commit crimes in this fashion. He was superhuman. The other tactics didn't work. We didn't see you try any other tactics in this position. Matter of fact, you had more than ample time from the video that we just saw to subdue this suspect before it got out of hand. He couldn't even run. And for someone who is wheelchair bound to feel the need to try to run on their stumps as opposed to use their transportation, what they normally use to get around, shows you something else. It questions who was really in fear.
Yeah.
At the same time, we don't even know what happened prior to this incident. And so for these police officers to be able to do this and then go on paid administrative leave continues to allow them to have this type of behavior towards people of color and in particular Black people. Because you don't see us as people, you see us as objects.
Yeah.
As shooting targets.
I want to remind people that we don't know what he did prior. We just know what the police have said to us. We don't know if it happened. And if it did happen, we don't know if it was self-defense. We'll probably never know these things factually because due process is now gone. Remember the story of the white woman we covered? Remember that? Remember that story? We covered the white female who shot her husband. We covered the white female who shot her husband inside of a hospital. Police arrive, she has a gun, she refuses to drop it. She shoots the hospital. And what does the officer say? Hey guys, no, we got all day. Please put down the gun. Please put it down. Just tell us what's going on. She's shooting. She done already killed one person. Staff at the hospital, they're afraid. She gets apprehended. She gets due process. They were not in fear of their lives, even though they saw her shoot a man. Black.
That's crazy, bro. In the back is crazy, bro. Wow. The whole situation is crazy, but I didn't even see that in the back part. That is crazy.
Cause it's so, cause dude's so small. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's almost, it put you in the mind like they was doing it to a kid. He could barely, bro. If I don't have legs and I'm trying to fucking run.
I'm trying to run.
That means I have an eerie feeling. That means I'm fearing for my motherfucking life right now. That means I can feel the Reaper coming, dog.
Right.
He don't have legs and he was trying to run, y'all.
They was laughing at him. When they was walking, while he was trying to run, they was walking, acting like they did tase him, but you seen the little stroll them motherfuckers was on, you know what I mean?
I seen that shit, bro, and I can't wait till more clear video come out about this. This just happened a couple days ago, y'all. I'm gonna keep on trying to follow this shit up, cause this, I want to know more about this. I'm like Rashad, I want to know what happened before, and before the police got there. I want to know what they saying that happened or whatever, and what's going on, like, with the shit, like, cause ain't nothing they could do to him, but shit, it seemed like honestly somebody was fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? They pulled out and they heard that he had the knife because somebody might have been fucking with him, and then this happened.
Right. Yeah, type shit. Yeah, damn, that's fucked up.
You know how shit happen. You know how shit get, man. We all know how that shit get misconstrued. Police pull up with them attitudes, with them Bravo, blase, blah. You know what I'm saying? That Johnny Bravo bullshit. They pull up on, you know what I'm saying, on nut hard, nigga, ready to shoot something because they hear it's a fight. And somebody got stabbed or something. Like, they adrenaline going as they come into the car.
As they approaching type shit.
They ready for action.
Ready.
How somebody ready for action gonna go ready for action to I fear for
to
my life?
Yeah, bro.
That quick. Nah. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying that shit. I ain't buying that shit for 2 wooden motherfucking nickels, nigga. Got me fucked up.
In the back, bro. That's crazy. You fear for your life, but you shoot him in the back.
We definitely gonna keep a what's her name on that.
Damn, what was damn, I feel bad. What was dude's name who got shot in the back? And I believe that was Virginia. This was like 2015, maybe 18. I remember he had a green shirt on, and he was like 53 or some shit.
Oh, there was the old man.
And they shot him in his back like it was a video.
On the highway, right?
No, not damn. I forgot about that one.
Remember
shit,
that
that's
one?
fucking sad. Yeah, that's fucking sad.
Remember that one?
Yeah, that was.
It's a shame that we got to sit here and do this. It's a shame that we can sit here and do this.
Yeah.
And just the reaction you just had, like, damn, I forgot. It was a different one. That was somebody.
That was a whole different situation, dog. That's crazy.
That shit wild. And my dog that they shot while he was in front of the gas station trying to sell some CDs. They was in fear for their life. They always in fear for their motherfucking funky ass life.
Man,
their life ain't shit.
Dog, I'm about to make it. That's a song.
I be walking around here telling wife, I'm about to put a tone on you. That's a bar.
That's a bar. That's a song right there. Nigga, I fear for my life.
Right. Yeah, right.
Song right there.
Facts. But this one, right here that we about to run into right now is something that Cuz actually brought to our attention. This is one of her stories for this week, and we're gonna check this out because I haven't even heard about this one. I barely remember the twins on the Amber Alert, but I haven't really heard no updates. But this just came out a couple days ago, literally 2 days ago.
A moment of pure joy to pure heartbreak. Just last month, several states were on alert to bring Kyair and Kassan Thomas home. The Columbus twins were eventually found, but over the weekend, 10 TV confirmed just devastating news. Police say one of the boys, Kyair, died. 10 TV's Tino Reyes is along the highway where there's signs, those road signs were lit up with information about the twins when they were missing. Tino, we're certainly hoping there can be answers today.
Yeah, you know, Tracy, you may remember this too. Electronic signs just like that behind me had that Amber Alert when this all went down on the kidnapping of Kyair and his twin brother. But now just devastating news for the family that they're dealing with. And today they're hoping to get some answers, an autopsy after Kyair died over the weekend. Now, what happened? That's the big question right now that family members are trying to figure out here after they called police over the weekend, calling police saying at their Whittier Street home in Columbus, saying that Kyair wasn't breathing. He did later die at the hospital. Now, this came after the family celebrated a reunion with Kyair and Kassan, who were kidnapped back in December after the car that they were in was stolen in the short north. Kyair was found hours later at Dayton International Airport. Kassan was found days later in Indianapolis. The police arrested Nyla Jackson, saying she allegedly took those children after the reunion. 10 TV spoke with the family who were excited to have this happy reunion.
Since we had so much time taken away from us, we just want to reunite and catch up on that time.
But now devastation. In a statement provided to 10 TV, the twins' grandmother, Fond Thomas, wrote, and I quote here, "Tonight we are living a nightmare with the community for a second time in less than a month. I'm questioning God, Lord, why Kyair? None of this seems real." So the investigation continues, and again, with the autopsy taking place today, we could have answers onto why Kyair died. Of course, we'll keep you updated. Tino Ramos, 10 TV News.
Oh, I need to hear the autopsy. Like, how did this baby just die a month after being found? What the fuck was that woman doing?
Right. Like, what the hell? Cuz they muted their stuff. This her story. I need her to pop in and talk about what the hell.
Here I am.
What's up with this, man? What's up with... I kind of remember this.
I remember it. I'm just...
Damn.
How the baby just died a month later, though. It's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was driving. I'm still driving.
Oh, okay. You dipping now, huh?
My bad. Yeah, we on our way home. I'm here though, but
you good. Be careful. So keep your eyes on the road.
Right.
I'm listening.
So what's up with the twins? The twin Amber Alert. Like, do you know any more information other than what we just heard?
No, I haven't gathered up nothing since I seen it. Hold on.
Yo, no, I gotta.
Yeah, we gotta look this up, man.
Yeah.
Look more into that a little bit, man. Okay, investigation.
Yeah, that shit wild.
This one, okay, we got another one say investigation underway.
Well, the death of Kyair Thomas has certainly shaken Central Ohio over the past 2 days since we first learned the news over the weekend. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Jared Smollett.
And I'm Jennifer Bullock. NBC4's Karina Chung spoke with faith leaders really about how the death of this young infant is affecting the community. Karina?
Jennifer, Bishop Harold Rayford says he felt like God spared the lives of the twins when they were returned to their family alive. He says hearing that Kyair has died hurts. Bishop Harold Rayford's heart aches for the family of twins Kyair and Kassan Thomas. The twins, at only 5 months old, survived a kidnapping back in December, and this weekend we learned Kyair has died.
My hopes were up for them, for their family, and the thought that to be on the roller coaster of what that family has gone through, to realize that one of them has passed away is heartbreaking.
Columbus police responded to a 911 call Saturday evening around 11:45 for reports of a baby not breathing. Kyer was taken to Nationwide Children's Hospital where he was pronounced dead. A cause of death has not yet been released. Rayford says many in the community are asking why. Why did this happen?
It's sad for our community.
Nah, for real. Like, that's weird, man. That's weird.
This was one of our sons. You know, we wrapped around, we cheered when he was found. You know, we were excited, and it was a positive reflection of humanity. You know, that so many people cared about these boys.
I did reach out to the family's spokesperson today. He says the family is in a lot of pain. The grandmother of the twins shared a statement Sunday saying to have compassion and empathy at this time and, quote, "We are living a nightmare with the community for a second time in less than a month. I'm questioning God, Lord, why Kyer? None of this seems real," end quote.
I want the family to know that we care for them. We are just as concerned today as we were a few months ago.
Rayford says this could happen to any family in our community. Support is needed.
And I hope that we will wrap around anyone that's helping children, every organization, every prenatal care, every organization that is providing assistance, every nonprofit that's helping the children of our community. They need our support now more than ever before.
Again, the cause of death has not been released at this time. We were also told by the coroner's office that there will be no preliminary report. Local for you in Columbus, I'm Karina Chung, NBC4.
If you're a homeowner in a...
That's weird. That is nuts, bro.
That is nuts, bro.
That is just fucking crazy.
Yeah, I need to know. We got to get that
And they gotta do more. They gotta release more information.
Most definitely. As we go, we'll keep up with it and keep people abreast. Let me know, y'all. Yeah, I'll let everybody just throw it in the chat if we hear something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Throw that shit in the chat, like, you know what I mean? Cause this shit crazy. It's hitting different, like, you know what I'm saying?
And did they ever find out who kidnapped the baby?
Yeah, it was that girl Nia something Williams or whatever.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I ain't heard nothing outside of that. Like who what her name is and mugshot. Like we don't got no motive or nothing.
Like, just she related to the family.
Yeah, like nothing.
Right.
Friend of the family.
Right.
You know, like
that. Man, all that shit y'all saying was going through my mind when I seen the picture. Like, who in the fuck is she to them?
Right.
Right.
And how she have access, but because I don't know a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of girls that just run around stealing cars.
Stealing cars with stealing cars, two stealing cars with a kid.
Yeah, with babies
with an infant in it.
Like I thought they was gonna say it was like a couple niggas like smash and grabbing or doing, you know how they do around the holidays or whatever, because that's what happened around December. They always hitting cars and bipping or bopping or whatever niggas be calling that shit nowadays. bipping in cars, whatever niggas be calling that shit, man. What?
Bibbity boppity boop.
I'm fucking asleep. All right. What?
I said bibbity bobbity, you got.
I'm asleep. Yeah. You know she going down. That shit is nuts, man. But this right here, this is Cuz's thing right here. We gonna see. She had dropped it in here, and we're gonna little health tip. I like this. This is like the health section.
Okay.
We need to kind of do this like self-improvement health section. I like this shit, cuz. This the health improvement this the health improvement self-improvement section.
Right. The healthy lifestyle.
Yeah. We all need a little help and a little tips and tidbits, man.
Earlier, you know the benefits of doing so,
let's jump in,
but you're not doing it. It's uncomfortable. It's hard at the beginning, just like with any new habit that you're implementing in your life, because that's what this is. If you're going to wake up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. or 4 a.m., that's a habit that anytime you implement a new habit, the beginning is the most uncomfortable, it's the hardest, But once you get past that initial period, for the first maybe week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then it becomes automatic. Then it becomes easy. Then it becomes natural. So you got to understand that process of implementing a new habit. Now, I think the first and most important thing is you got to know why you want to wake up earlier. What's your purpose for doing so? You got to know the benefits of waking up at 5 a.m. and associate to those benefits. Because your why is what's gonna discipline you to actually go through that uncomfortable period at the beginning to really make it a must and to wake up at 5 a.m. even when you don't feel like it, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you still wanna sleep in. For me, my why, my purpose for doing it is I know that by waking up at 5 a.m., I'm building discipline, I'm building willpower in my life that's setting up my day for success. I know by waking up at 5 a.m., I feel like I get such an advantage over most other people. You know, by 5 a.m., I can have a great morning ritual, I can go to the gym, I can plan out my day, I can already get my highest income activity done for the day or the highest leverage thing in my business that can really propel my life more than everything else. And so by the time it's like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., I already feel like I've got so much done. And that psychologically gives you such a great advantage. Now you feel like you're getting ahead. And then another great benefit that I love of waking up at 5 a.m. is that it forces you to go to bed earlier. And I've noticed that a lot of the times in the evening time, people spend it at 9 p.m., 10, 11 p.m., midnight. You know, if you're up at that hours, most often people aren't the most productive at those hours. Oftentimes it's kind of vegging out on the couch or on bed watching Netflix or TV or, you know, watching YouTube videos or even eating junk food. In a lot of cases too, because your willpower is at the lowest point. So for me, by forcing myself to go to bed earlier, I can spend more of those hours in the morning and actually get more out of the day. So I find I can just get so much more done and be so much more productive by waking up earlier. But you got to know, what is your why? Why do you want to wake up at 5 a.m.? Write down what those reasons are, because that will motivate you to actually do this. Okay, if you believe it's important enough, you'll do it. Half of the battle of waking up at 5 a.m. is knowing what time you got to go to sleep at, okay? Because you still got to make sure you're getting a sufficient enough amount of sleep. I mean, if you go to, you know, bed at midnight, for example, and then you got to wake up at 5 a.m., you're only getting 5 hours of sleep. And so of course it's going to be challenging to wake up at 5 a.m. because you're going to be tired. Your body's going to be craving more sleep, and especially if you've been used to sleeping 7 or 8 hours a day. So if you still want to get 7 to 8 hours a day of sleep every day, which is what I recommend, that means that you have to plan what time you're going to go to bed at. So if you're waking up at 5 a.m., let's say you're getting 7 hours of sleep, that means you have to go to bed by 10 p.m., okay? Or 9 p.m. if you want to get 8 hours. And so what I recommend that you do is you've got to really plan and schedule what time you're going to go to bed, okay? Prepare for that. And I actually recommend setting an alarm on your phone 1 hour before your designated bedtime. So if you're gonna go to bed at 10 p.m., set an hour on your phone or like a reminder on your phone at 9 p.m. that says, you know, you gotta start getting ready for bed. You gotta start to settle down whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you could have like an evening ritual to help settle yourself down. Maybe it's reading a book, maybe it's journaling, maybe it's meditation, but things that kind of help you switch gears to kind of preparing for sleep. Okay, I think that's really important to make sure that you have that. The next thing when it comes to waking up is obviously you want to set an alarm clock for 5 a.m. But what I recommend that you do is take your alarm clock, let's say it's your phone, but put it on the other side of the room or even outside of your room where you can still hear it, that'll wake you up, but it will force you to actually get out of bed to then go and turn off the alarm. Because if you have your alarm right next to you on your bed, then you can easily hit the snooze. You can easily, you know, ignore it and go back to sleep. By actually forcing yourself to physically get up in the morning, now you're up, right? Now you've got some momentum, you know, it's a lot harder then to go back to bed. And half of it's just, you know, getting out of bed in the morning. So setting the alarm, putting it further away is great. I also recommend, if you can, change the alarm clock so it's something that gets you fired up, something excited in the morning. I love really inspirational music or pump up music. Maybe you have a favorite song that you listen to. Try to set that as your alarm. If you want to take it a step further, because I struggled with this for a long time, and what I did is I realized I needed to have a purpose for waking up at 5 a.m. And so what I actually did was I actually had a friend that also wanted to wake up earlier, or it could be a friend that already wakes up at 5 a.m., where you reach out to that person, you make a deal with them. and you say, hey, listen, I'm trying to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I need your help. So here's what I'll commit to doing. How about we do this? At 5:10 a.m., okay, 5:10 a.m., what we gotta do is hop on a call. I've gotta call you at 5:10 in the morning, or you call me, kind of like a wake-up call, I guess. But that way, I'm forced to have a conversation with someone, and the call is just gonna be very simple. We're just gonna share what we're committed to doing for that day. What's 1 or 2 or 3 things we're gonna commit to accomplishing that day. So now you have a reason to wake up, because if you don't have a reason to wake up at 5 a.m., you won't. You'll sleep in if you're given that opportunity. But if you had like your job that you gotta wake up at 5 a.m. because you gotta be at work at 5:30, you're more likely to, because there's a consequence for not doing it. So at least being accountable to someone else will force you to wake up at 5 a.m. And then, having to get on a call. And then I even take it a step further where I say to my friend, listen, if I don't call you at 5:10, okay, if I don't call you 5:10, even if I'm 1 minute late, then I'll give you $10. Okay, I'll give you $20, or I'll have to donate this to a charity. But that forces me to have a consequence for missing it. So now I'm forced to actually make sure that I do wake up at 5 a.m. and I honor my commitment and I have integrity with that.
Yeah.
He was kind of rambling, but y'all get the point.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Get your ass up and be productive.
I'm sleep.
Stop sleeping in and making them babies late for work. I mean, for
sleep.
The babies need to be at work, huh? Pay some bills, damn it. Nah.
Yeah, but shit, you already know, man.
Nah, for real.
That's
and I know
a
some
good
people
little
can
thing.
function off of 5 hours of sleep, because I heard that too. He was like, because like really 8 hours of sleep is too much, because that's why we so accustomed to sleeping for 8 hours a night. That's why we still be tired, because we actually getting too much sleep. So 6 hours really is like the perfect amount of sleep for real, resting your body, rejuvenating. You don't need a whole 8-9 hour night. Get you 5 to 6 hours of good night's sleep. Wake the fuck up and get ready for the day. Make them babies some waffles so they can go to school and eat that nasty shit.
Yeah, facts. Like that's funny, because that's something that the military do. Like when I was in the service, we went to bed at 9 and we got up at like 5.
Yeah.
We got up at 4.
Man, we was up at about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Maybe 6.
Yeah.
But we definitely was up early, like before the sun, every morning, ironing. We not ironing the night before. We're ironing the morning of.
Right. So,
yeah.
So I think that could be very helpful. Like I think, I know personally,
and I like
I get up early anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Put the phone or your alarm clock like 5-10 feet away from your bed.
Yeah, I heard that too. Like that I heard that before, actually. Like that's one of those things that really get you going, because it gets you up and you gotta.
But that was my first time hearing about having a conversation. That was my first time actually hearing that tip. I was thinking about that.
Me too. That was cool. Like
that's a good idea.
Work out with too. Like if you wanted, like if you had somebody close that wanted to get up, and because he said at 5, that's just like any day. At 5, you can get up early, go to the gym. A lot of these gyms open 24 hours. You go Planet Fitness. Hey, 5:10, meet me over here at the Whoop-de Whoop. You know what I'm saying? Go do that. So yeah, that was dope about the little conversation. That's cool. And even just to have a motherfucker to talk to that early, get you up. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man, we're gonna end it off with a little comedy, but not comedy, tragedy and comedy, man. And we found out why y'all eggs is high, man.
Agriculture tells me the impact on the egg industry will be minimal to none, only because there are more than 372 egg-laying hens just in the United States alone. We got the chance to fly Sky 61 over that damage. You can see the burned area off in the distance between the coops still intact. Investigators say around 1 o'clock Saturday, they were called to Hillendale Farms in Basra for a large fire. When they arrived, they tell us they found a fire in one of the chicken coops. At least 20 different fire departments responded with engines, tankers, and other needed equipment. Fire crews say the fire was contained to one of the 400 by 50-foot coops, containing at least 100,000 chickens. There are almost 20 other coops on the property, and investigators say they were not significantly damaged. Hillendale Farms is one of the largest egg suppliers in the country, with 6 locations spread out across the Northeast. Their website says in total, Hillendale raises about 20 million chickens for their egg production. This location in Basra is the only one here in Connecticut, but if you break it down and do the math, assuming each coop contains the same amount of chickens, then the farm here would have about 2 million chickens on their property. The Connecticut Department of Agriculture tells us the loss of 100,000 chickens is a major one, but not enough to make a hit in the overall egg industry or the prices in a grocery store near you. And there is no word on what caused that fire, but the scene has been handed over to the state. The state fire marshal and investigators will take it from here and give us any update as they can. In Basra, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61 News.
I'm asleep. They lying talking about it ain't gonna affect the price. It's already affecting the price.
Right. we was affected before the chickens died. What are you talking about?
You feel me? Hold on, let me go let this dog out. Y'all can talk
Go
crazy about that shit.
Save the chickens. During this brief intermission, if y'all have any comments, is there anything that y'all want to see us or hear us talk about? Please feel free to share, comment, like, subscribe, all the above. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their mama to tell their friend. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit. The new fucking wave, because what we do on this bitch, we talk shit on this bitch. Ain't that right? Tony spits on this bitch.
Talk that shit. I had to say shit. You talk that shit. I was going butt in. I was like, oh no, she got this.
Yeah, that's why Cuz got me on the show, because I know how to hold it.
Okay, I see you. They killing chickens now purposely.
Dang, talking about something the coop caught on fire. No, y'all set it on fire.
How long has that company been at that location? All of a sudden, a demand for eggs is at an all-time high, and just all of a sudden, y'all fucking fire. Y'all caught y'all shit on fire.
You know what though? That do make sense though, because think about it. Okay, production is needed. So what we gonna do? We gonna up the machines.
Up
You
it
feel
up.
me?
Yeah.
We gonna up it up 2 notches. We got to get these eggs these hands a cluck it, cluck, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers was fucking so much and popping them eggs out so fast, the chickens decided to just blow up. So as the chickens was blowing up, the whole factory decided to blow up.
Right.
Yeah, cuz.
They gonna say some shit like that. Yeah.
We over here holding it down for you, cuz.
Hell no. I heard
they was overworking the machine.
Overworked the chickens, man. They was over there making them cluck and fuck and
That sound about right. Did you hear how many chickens in the coop?
Man, and one coop, bro.
Like, is you crazy?
Is you crazy? And as she was saying it, I was like, oh my God, their fucking living condition must be terrible.
Bro, do you know? Listen, when I was in Oklahoma, I literally thought it would be cool when my daughter was little to get some chickens from the feed store. I had a chicken coop in my backyard that was left from the previous peoples.
All right.
Bro, when I tell you that is the nastiest shit.
Mm-hmm.
The most tedious shit that you have to keep up with. Bro, you gotta keep up with that shit. You gotta go out there and clean that shit.
Yeah.
Imagine have to do that shit you see how big them facilities was?
Man. And they not doing it to a motherfucking T, because they hiring motherfuckers be like, man, this is just a job. You know what I mean? Yep.
Fuck it. What time is it? Is it fucking 5? Is it lunchtime?
It's gonna go. Oh shit!
Oh
I
yeah, it's
just
almost
ain't gonna
11.
clean. I ain't cleaning this
Yeah,
today. Fuck that.
yeah, and that's what they you know you already know that's probably what started it. That overworking the machines and shit caked up.
Shit caked up.
Probably started the fucking fire.
Shit caked up on the machines.
That shit's so crazy.
Oh, overproduction, man. That shit real.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
A machine can only move so fast. It was made by a man.
Right. It's gonna fuck up sooner or later.
Right.
It's gonna fuck up.
Oh well, see. Well, here's another thing then. So if it is overproduction and they overworking the machine, that means they're not having their inspection on those machines properly. Then
Yeah, that's a fucking point.
That's to be considered.
And it's funny because he's like, oh yeah, that's gonna be low to minimal, but then in the next fucking paragraph, yeah, 500,000. What's the name? There's a lot to lose. Like y'all talking in circles.
right? No, for real.
Y'all talking in circles like a motherfucker, man. It's
A lot to lose, but it won't put it. It's a lot to lose, but it won't put it in the market. All right.
Man, that shit been going up. The fuck she talking about? She must not eat eggs. She must be on the keto diet.
Oh my!
She must be on big keto, man.
Bro, y'all doing the most.
But nah, man, we just gonna keep everybody we talked about, keep the twin and everybody we talked about, man, in our prayers, man, for the night, man. We thank y'all for riding with us, man.
For sure. Oh yeah. So y'all, I finally have shared my good news on Facebook. So I'm gonna share it with y'all. Your girl gonna be an extra in a movie. Okay.
All right.
My very first role as an extra. There's no release date yet, but we, you know what I'm saying, y'all just stay tuned. You know, the name of the movie is called The Beautiful Ones. And so I'm only excited about it because it's just the first of many more to come.
Okay.
So
Most definitely.
Yes, y'all. I'm so excited.
All right, cuz, we're proud of you. That's what's up, man. We gonna
Congratulations.
I'm gonna definitely check it out just so I could be looking and being like, hey, my cousin.
Don't come back to me saying nothing, cuz I ain't gonna say nothing, but don't come back and say, cuz, what you doing, cuz? I'm just like,
y'all crazy. Oh boy, we gonna see what's cracking.
In front of the cheering.
No. Okay, well, I'll definitely make sure I watch it.
Yeah, but it's
going.
What
it's gonna be on? It's gonna drop. What's the name? Or it's dropping in
It's definitely gonna be on Tubi. I don't know what else it's gonna be on, but it's definitely gonna be on Tubi for sure.
Okay. Don't tell me you gonna be on one of them Tubi movies where they switch the character in the middle of the scene now.
Nah, nigga. Don't say that shit. I'm weak. Hey, I was like, why you gonna say some shit when I said it's gonna be on Tubi? I knew it.
Don't do her like that.
No, it's only funny because I've been seeing these things lately.
Yo ass foolish.
I've been seeing these memes lately where the one where the ladies smack the nigga with the frying pan. And then the one where the nigga beat up the cop and he down there and it changed to a whole nigga with dreads. And the nigga
that
shit was hilarious.
With dreads, bro. That shit was crazy.
You seen that shit, didn't you, Tom?
It was like, who the fuck is this? Nah, because did you? Okay.
No, but all jokes aside, man, we proud of you. We just having fun, man. I know it ain't gonna be no movie like that because I seen who was involved and what was going down, and I know it's not gonna be no movie like that. So I can vouch for that. Yeah, it's gonna be crispy.
The movie is actually good. It's like a black thriller. That's what the movie director do. He do black thrillers.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Try to put on, black people want to do comedy and drama, but, it ain't too many black thrillers out there. So,
that's a genre we missing.
Right. And I didn't get the sneak peek, like the whole sneak peek of the movie yet in its entirety, but what I did get my little sneak peeks of, it actually seems pretty good. So, and then he got more movies. So, you know, I don't want to take up too much time. I can drop some names in the on the next show, but he do got other movies out there. So if y'all want to check that out, one of them is on Tubi, and it's called Rhyme Slayer. Slaya, and it's actually pretty good. Like the acting could be a little better. You know, it's a low budget movie, so y'all know how low budget movies are. But the overall like plot is pretty good. So.
I seen Rhyme Slayer.
Yeah. Okay. Period. So. Yeah, like, and
that's what I said.
I seen that before, and I didn't even know that was his movie.
Right, that's what I said. I seen who was involved, and I know it's not gonna be that kind of movie.
Yeah,
they put a lot of hard work into that shit. So.
Yep, he's the same director of The Beautiful Ones. Like I said, I don't got the release date yet, but y'all stay tuned. And yep, that's just one of the. Yep.
For sure, for sure. We can't wait. We might. Matter of fact, we might all watch it on here if we can. We might just do that.
Yeah,
I definitely can do that. I definitely can do that. Just so y'all know,
that's love.
Hell yeah. So as soon as it come out, just let me know.
Got you, cuz.
Just so y'all know, man. Ralphie Drib ain't here with us tonight, man, but. It's Gallimaufrey, you fucking bitch.
Gallimaufrey, you bitch.
So Gallimaufrey is out on Bandcamp again, just like last week. I'm going to put the link in the comments section, and I'm going to put it on the description. So y'all can go to the Bandcamp, listen to it, and you can listen. This is the good thing. You know, a lot of places you can't. You got to go just buy the music. You can actually listen to this whole album. You can listen to the whole project before you buy it, and I guarantee once you listen to it, it's gonna be so many songs on there that you're gonna like, that you're gonna say, yo, I need to have this so I can hear it again and again and again and again. So go check it out, go listen, go cop. Also, you know, the critic, I'm gonna let the critic speak on his own project. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Tom.
Hey man, it's in the works, man. Matter of fact, I hate to put my nigga Drib out like that, but you know, I'm just waiting on one verse from this nigga, dog. Just one verse, bro. I'm just waiting on this one verse. And it's gonna be hotline. As soon as I get this verse from this nigga Drib, dog, it's gonna be.
I'm gonna tell Big Cuz to stop acting like a diva and get on it.
Listen.
Dog, like seriously, I promise you, he probably only need 2 bars, bro. I promise you. If you talk to this nigga right now and you ask him about what's the name of the beat? I forgot the name of the beat. If you ask him about the song he got to do for me, he probably I probably got like 2 more bars left.
Funny as hell. And now he gonna tell him, you know what I'm gonna hit him with, since they was on that old thread last week. I'm gonna be like, why you gonna hit him on some sin shit? Why you? Because Drib did say it the same way. I'm like, now you do it the same way. Now you don't want to deliver the goods. You don't want to deliver the verse, huh?
I just need one verse, bro. This shit's done, bro.
Already. So look, check that out. On that, I got a spot for us to go, bro. It's only like 40 an hour.
Oh, okay, bet.
And it's perfect. I just did a song. I just finished up one of mine. I got like 3 more for my shit.
Did you? Is it like mixed and mastered?
Oh, it's crispy.
It's crispy. Sick. You got it with you. You got it with you.
Yeah, I got it with me.
Send it.
Matter of fact,
send it to me.
I tried to let y'all hear some shit before. Let me see if I could do a little premiere, what's the name, real quick, sneak peek, snippet type joint.
Where's it at? Like, where's the spot at?
What's that? Oh, right here on Copley.
Oh, is that the same one we was talking about?
Yep, lay low.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, that. And is he like, all right, so if I had like songs already done that need mixed and shit, like, is it still by the hour or is it by the song?
I don't know. You probably gonna have to talk to him. It's probably gonna be by the hour. he's good at what he do.
Right.
He cold. So let me see. Boom.
Yeah. Can I put some lotion in your hair? Yeah. All right, come on. Oh, I thought I muted myself.
And my body.
This
Let me see. Y'all can't hear that, huh?
No.
My hair makes
Let's do this.
clean.
It's clean.
Because I need to do this right here.
It's nice. Hugs.
No, look at me so I can see what I'm doing. Look at me. Thank you.
Y'all should hear this.
It's raw. It smells like strawberry. Smell my hair.
It smells like strawberry shortcake.
Okay.
You can hear it?
Yeah.
Alright, you know what it is. PG the Hustler, man. First about that bullshit, man. Got them staples out. So you know I gotta talk my shit, man. Okay? Look, check it out. Man, his niggas go with all that finesse. Souls ain't right. Walking around stressing. Opportunist mindset, manipulated weapon. Devious attempts to get over on the next man. If it ain't to come up, it ain't the best plan. Soon as you reach out, that's when they cut your hand. But you got mouths to feed, they don't understand. Either that or they just don't comprehend. But that's the same damn thing, ain't it? Man, I swear these niggas' brains damaged. And these hoes got the game tainted. Oh, you high value, cause you picture famous. And you niggas out here tricking, man, y'all straight brainless. Y'all ain't pushing P, cause y'all don't know the language. Every nigga around me gotta be stainless. I don't fuck with young niggas, cause they be too dangerous. Damn, this world circling the drain. We done seen so much pain, it's getting hard to stay sane. Niggas clout chase for fame, others scam to maintain. Just stay focused, my boy, stay in the game. Damn. This world circling the drain. We done seen so much pain, it's getting hard to stay sane. Niggas clout chase for fame, others scam to maintain. Just stay focused, my boy, stay in the game.
Why is a nigga's first mind to hate you? You could give them whatever, they still gon' take two. Slide through your hood on they bellies like snakes do. Show love all day and they still gon' hate you. That's why I stay by my lonely, I'm trying to break through. All that negativity, just trying to pay dues. Boss up, make moves, me losing fake news. It's a hit every time I'm on Fruit Loops and Pro Tools. Niggas hating the way that I'm shaking, I'm grateful. Plus I'm wise enough to keep it going and I hate you. Not worried about the next man, I just gotta execute my next plan. Take us from the jacks to a jet, man. Ain't trying to flex, man, but when I'm on the mic, I go Super Saiyan in the flesh, man. Bring your best, man. Forever rep the West, man. I don't beef if it ain't about cheese, but please just approach me with respect, man.
Damn, this world circling the drain. We done seen so much pain, it's getting hard to stay sane. Niggas clout chase for fame, others scam to maintain. Just stay focused, my boy, stay in the game. Damn. This world circling the drain. We done seen so much pain, it's getting hard to stay sane. Niggas clout chase for fame, others scam to maintain. Just stay focused, my boy, stay in the game. See, that shit crispy as hell.
That shit crispy as hell, boy.
I'm telling you, dog.
I didn't even hold you. That shit crispy as hell, boy.
That's why I said we got a spot. 40 a tick.
Alright.
So we can get it in. Like it's until we get, our thing to where we can just be in there all day.
Alright.
Doing what we doing. And I'm close to that, but I just gotta make sure that if I do it and I got faith in myself that if I get this little portable thing and set this shit up, bro, that I got the same amount of technology to do that. I don't have I'm not his, because every producer or every engineer had their own skill set. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the crispiness and the way to be able to pull plugins and just drop them on the track where they supposed to be crispy, where I don't gotta sit there and fuck with it a whole bunch of times. And just be able to drop that shit, we can do that shit. And I know I can do that shit. So so with that being said, man, y'all had a little sneak peek of that shit, man. That is on my album that's coming out called In My Own Lane. So like I say, man, y'all look out for that. I have a date pretty soon. I got a couple tracks. I gotta get. I got track. Hey Tone, I got tracks from Cali. I gotta receive, bro.
Ooh, okay.
Before that bitch is done, so it's like I'm waiting too. Like I'm in that kind of stage to where I can't even put a date on the shit yet because I'm still waiting and depending on when these niggas gonna get to the booth. And my one nigga, he real busy, man. He just, matter of fact, we gonna have him on the show in the next couple of weeks. Basically, one of my partners and label mate, man, we are coming together and also a part of BMM, which y'all know is my parent company, Black Money Media. We are going to be launching the Dollar Factory label. As far as Dollar Factory Music, as a full like label. And he already, like, my nigga's real busy right now, and he got a song with Cocaine. He hooking up. He been running across the West Coast with Snoop and Snoopy Badass and all that shit. And
okay.
And so he been busy as hell, like on some real shit. And I got to get busy too, working on a lot of our shit, working on merch and all that other kind of shit for us. But y'all will see some of that. I'm getting ready to be pushing all that. So y'all just remember Dollar Factory Music. Shit. Appreciate y'all for coming out, man, and riding with us tonight. Stay tuned for everything everybody got going on. The Beautiful Ones, The Critic. Gallimaufrey is out right now on Bandcamp. Ralphie Drib. Search that shit.
Yes.
Man, everything, man. So, like we always say, man, tell somebody that you love them. I don't care who it is. They might need to hear that. Give them a hug. If it's a family member, you know what I'm saying? But tell somebody you love them, man. It could change.
Smile at a stranger.
Smile. Hey, you know what, cuz? And smile at a stranger. Hug your loved ones, tell them you love them, and smile at a stranger, man.
Smile at a stranger, yeah.
So, y'all keep that positivity going, man. I love y'all, man. Peace.
Peace.